Oh, looks like we're live, man. So, yeah, let's pull up some chat and stuff and see what's what. How do I get to my chat? I'm not smart enough. I still haven't figured out because I was in the middle of the night and I was not paying attention to what I should be when I was doing the last live stream, so I didn't actually learn enough. Let's. Oh, there we go. All right, I found the chat. Beautiful. Can I pop it? Yeah, I can totally pop it out. All right, here we go. All right. I'm a professional. Everything is cool. Beautiful. Can I pop it? Yeah, I can totally pop it out. All right, welcome. It's Good Ass Feed. It's Monday. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a transitional state with my technology and equipment because our house is under a great deal of renovations right now, so it's kind of a lot of carnage everywhere you look. Yeah, so I'm kind of tucked away in a corner for now. I'm going to be moving my primary location in just days, hopefully, out to a dedicated, beautiful 80s model sportsman trailer. But for now, we're going to just give this a try. I thought it'd be fun to do a live stream instead of, I don't know. And I want to dabble more in this because I kind of enjoy like hanging out with you guys. And I have something, more importantly, that I really need to talk to you about. See, the problem is that I drink more of this than I probably would like to admit. This is, well, it's Keystone is what it is. And Keystone is a little bit cheap. It's fine, like it's a serviceable beer, but it's almost entirely devoid of flavor. And on top of that, it's almost entirely devoid. It just has very little personality of any kind. It's almost like I jokingly call it the stuff that's left over when they're done making course, and it leaves a lot to be desired. You know, that being said, you can get a 15 pack in my neighborhood for less than $10. So if you're desperately looking for beer and you don't have any money, it's a way to do it. You can get a 15 pack in my neighborhood for less than $10. But it's never quite what you would really like it to be, is it? It's a way to do it. And so, you know, Keystone has a new product that is one of those products that I talk about sometimes that I just feel like isn't going to be around for very long because it's so damn weird. But it's a product that, man, I hope, I believe in it and I want it to succeed because I'm addicted to it. And not in like I don't mean in like a rampant alcoholism kind of way, but I mean like I find myself when I am having a beer wishing it was this one. And to call it a beer is almost rampant alcoholism kind of way, but I mean like I find myself when I am having a beer. It's almost, and to call it a beer is almost, I don't know, man. It's almost a lie. This is a pink Keystone can with a cool dog on it with crazy glasses. This is called Keylightful, and this is a mixture of lime, raspberry, and Keystone, and it's a little bit sweet, just barely. It's very raspberry-y, and I would sincerely believe that Keystone is under here somewhere because Keystone has so little flavor that it doesn't really like speak up, you know, in a situation, and this doesn't either. And so the Keystone in this is gone. It's washed away by a very lightly sweet and delicious raspberry lime Kool-Aid. And what you end up with is a beer that I sincerely thought, I really bought it just to make content, right? So HEB has it, but the only way to buy it, as far as I know, is in a 30-pack. And that's pretty brazen, you know, to release a product that who knows if it's going to be good or not, who knows if anybody's going to like it, and it is literally only available in the largest possible quantity that a consumer can, like an end user can buy beer. Only available and so I was like, you know, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't buy this. but I did because I do. And I wanted to share it with you, and I thought it'd be fun content. But I had no idea the Pandora's box that was opening when I got this because it is like, I wanted to share it with you, and I thought it'd be fun content. But I had no idea it's profoundly amazing. It's not beer as such, I don't think. Like it's more of it's a spritzer, if you will. It's not but it just had this nice, like, when I say raspberry, like picture like raspberry Kool-Aid, okay? Like this is not like highly integral raspberry flavor, you know, it's fake, you know, and I think the lime, it tastes like a lime lifesaver, but it's good. It's pretty good. And you know, and I think the lime, it tastes like a lime lifesaver. I kind of thought it's good. Chris Walker, what's up, dude? Welcome to the scenario. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing good, man. I'm talking about Keylightful. So my brother-in-law, who's a big burly man, built a little bit like Batman, and he brought his buddy Scott, that is a big burly man that does like excellent construction work. Both of y'all have fixed my house so much, and I appreciate it, dude. But I had ordered a 30-pack of Keylightful, or Keystone, regular Keystone rather, to stick in the fridge so those construction dudes would have something to chow on while they were working. And Curbside was like, Chris, it's absolutely more like a seltzer, but it doesn't have that freaky aftertaste. Because seltzer, like, I'm thinking more like a lower end of seltzer, like Truly, White Claw, like, it got a little bit of an aftertaste that I can't get behind. I struggle with it. And this doesn't have it. Like, it has no aftertaste at all, which is great. And so, like, Curbside came out and they're like, hey, we didn't have the 30-pack of Keystone, so we took it off. And I was like, and we subbed it for this. And so I'd already had it, and I had bought one for myself, but I didn't intend to serve these construction dudes this. Because I was really worried they might feel like, nah, I'm not having your pink beer with raspberries in it. But it turns out, I didn't know this, but I'm not the only one who has a deep love for the Keystone Keylightful, because I don't even want to, like, I know when I posted, I missed my Friday video because of Keylightful. We were staying up late and playing Drink More Glurp, which is a fantastic PC party game for local party, and drinking pink beer, and I never would have thought either one of those dudes would have had a good time with that, but they totally did. I had a great time hanging out with them, but dude, seriously, I think between the three of us, we must have put. I had a great time hanging out with him, but dude, seriously, I think between the three of us. No, it was a full 60 because we had 2 30-packs, and by Saturday or Sunday afternoon, it was gone. So at least 60 beers between 3 guys in a weekend. I'm not proud of that, but it should tell you how good this is, because it's really like. It's funny because they left my house and they were going home, and they stopped at the river to, like, chill out and get some cool water. And the picture that they sent was of one of these cans lodged in the sand at the beach with the man Scott in the background in the river just chugging one, because it's really something else. But it's also like, it's so stupid. It's just such a goofy thing. Like I know at the corporate there was a meeting where somebody had to pound the table to make this happen. Somebody was like, no. I feel very strongly about this. And my hat's off to you, buddy. Like I doff my cap to you and the size of your nads, because it worked. Absolutely beautiful. The other thing I have to share is oh, it's live, so I can't really put an end card or a card in there, but it's quite some time ago I did a review of a pod called the Chili Panameño that a buddy of mine had brought me from Costa Rica by some method that I'm sure was 100% totally legal. And when he did that, I got my head blown off, and so that video was pretty funny because that pepper was very, very hot. But got to be buddies with him. He's a cool dude, and he grows a bunch of peppers, and he makes his own, like, homegrown salsa. And this is an HEB organic juice bottle, but in it is sauce that Luis made out of, from what I understand, he grows his own jalapenos, and then he smokes them and turns them into smoked morita peppers himself. And so this is, you might notice, it was full when I got it. I've been eating on this a fair bit because this is just since Friday. And he told me the other ingredients in a quick conversation, but it's really like a beautiful. It's very much like a salsa, like you would get from a delicious taco shop, but the roasted, smoky nature of the burritos, like it's very much like a salsa, like you would get from the aroma is a little bit smoky and a little bit spiced, like the aroma you get from like an ancho or something, just that dried kind of richness, earthiness. You hit it garlic and a little bit of vinegar. It like smells a little bit tart. You hit it garlic and a little bit of vinegar. It's so good though, dude. It's like it's not very vinegary. It's not very salty. It's got a pretty good kick. It gets you in the back of the throat pretty good. And it's not very vinegary. It's got a pretty good kick. It gets you in the back of the throat pretty good. I put on the burn probably like a 3.5, maybe a 4 on the burn. Well, what sticks with you is the like slight bitter note from that from the Maritas, from that smokiness of the pepper. And there's something about that flavor with a traditional like salsa with tomatoes and whatnot that just sets it off in a way that very few things do. It's so good. That flavor with a traditional like salsa with tomatoes and whatnot that just sets it off in a way that very few things do. I mean, this is sincerely and genuinely better than the great many other things I eat on here. Luis is thinking about selling it, so he said he's debating packaging this in some kind of like commercial form and providing it. And if he does, I will be the first to let you know, because holy cow, it's. I think it would work really well as like a Lone Star crew. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's good to have you. Welcome. Y'all are cool, man. I appreciate you hanging out, dude. Forgive the sparse chat. I don't live stream much, so it's kind of new for us. But yeah, it's good of you to come, man. We're diving into a little Keystone Keylightful, beautiful, a beautiful pink, surprisingly unifying. In 2020, we need things to unify people that aren't plagued. And I found that this unifies a lot of people because there's a lot of different type of folks that I would not have expected to drink pink beer with a cute dog on it that really like it. And buddy Luis, some fire roasted Maritas that he made a beautiful salsa out of that he grew in his house. But yeah, he told me he's going to start pushing to get it bottled and sold under the brand 21 sauce. And so I'll keep tabs on it. I'm going to let you know if this sauce becomes available, but it is off the hook. The smokiness, the peppers, that rich earthiness you get from drying pods, ridiculous. It's so good. But yeah, other than that, this is a little bit different because I'm ridiculous. It's so good. Yeah, other than that, dude, there's so many flavors of like goofy, weird. The seltzer revolution has created like a strange new market that I feel like Zima was like a year early to the resurgence party, because if Zima had come back out now, I feel like people would be right on it. But I feel like Zima was Keylightful is the thing about seltzer that I was talking to the man Chris Walker about a moment ago. The thing about seltzer is that it's the aftertaste is nasty. I don't like the seltzer aftertaste one bit. There's a few like Bon and Viv that can kind of mask it a little bit with, and I really think that's why Bon and Viv seltzers have like rosemary and these like kind of odd aromatics in them, is just to try to like cover that up. And then it works, but I think this is actually beer because it really doesn't. It's kind of like Keystone. It doesn't really taste as such. And then they went and added raspberry and lime. It's good. It's very good. It's kind of like Keystone. But dude, I'm gonna holler at Luis and tell him like he's got to absolutely make this. Dude, Zima is so good. Are you kidding me? When it came back out, I guess it's been a little bit now. It's been a couple of years ago that I saw it at HEB again. But I saw that bottle and I was just like teleported to. Man, back in the '90s, everything was cool. It's kind of people. I'm 37, and so that was like the heyday of my childhood was the 90s and early aughts. And the thing about especially the early to mid 90s, like life was great. Like all anybody really worried about where I was at in the suburbs was like being cool. Like the only thing you really had to worry about was trying to be cool. And Zima came out then, and I was too young to drink, but I remember seeing commercials and I just knew Zima was cool because he had like Bartles and James, thank you for your support, and all these other like goofy girly drinks at the time. And then Zima, I just remember looking at it, and so the second I saw it when I was old enough to drink, it was still hanging around, but it was relegated to the big can at that point, like when I was really in my drinking heyday in my early 20s. But man, I was on the Zima because it's good. It's too sweet for 2020. Like people don't like sweet drinks like that anymore. They want to cut that carb count down because everybody's supposed to look a certain way and stuff. But drinks like that anymore. They want to cut that carb. Keylightful though is hands down the best of them. Like I have not had any of the seltzer like drinks that can even hold a candle to it. And like I was saying earlier, I was really surprised when you got two big burly like man like dudes working on my house and tearing apart my daughter's bedroom to fix black mold, and I busted out a 30 pack of this, and they freaking loved it. They loved it. They're strung out on it just like me. It's so good. Oh man. But yeah, if you see it, you got to give it a try. It's one of those products that like you just know it's not going to be around in like a year. Like I just can't picture it being a thing for that long because it's just so goofy. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like something you see on Family Guy. Like it's not something you think that people would actually make, but it's delicious. Yeah, it's a beautiful Monday night. A few sips of a delicious beer. Man, Luis from Costa Rica with it, dude. This Luis, if you're out there somewhere, this is absolutely glorious salsa. It's so good. And as soon as it comes for sale, I will do a proper review and I'll let you know because he says he's gonna start selling it. So if he does, I'm gonna be right on it and I'm gonna do proper. So this here. You talk, hey Lone Star. You talking about the beer or the salsa? So this is hey Lone Star. You talking about this is the salsa that my buddy gave me. This bottle is misleading. This is just a juice bottle from his house. So the salsa's down here, but the beer. Yeah. So this is raspberry and lime, which. You know, there's some folks, like my wife is actually one of these folks that is like grossly off-put by raspberry. And she does not like raspberry one bit. And so she didn't care for this at all. She doesn't like fizzy things. She doesn't like sweet things. She doesn't like raspberry. Fail. But me, I freaking love raspberry. I love lime. Although the lime is a little bit in the background. It's kind of an afterthought. It's mostly raspberry. But it just tastes like, if you can imagine putting like, it's kind of a generous sprinkle of raspberry Kool-Aid in Topo Chico. It's a little bit like that. It's not as aggressively fizzy as a Topo Chico, but it's in the same ballpark. It's pretty good. It's a little bit like that. It's not as aggressive. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm curious with this whole like. Oh, you're in Dallas, dude. Cool, man. I don't know, dude. I'm curious with the freaking hurricanes. I was a little nervous for a little bit. We're gonna get double hit by hurricanes, but it sounds like Texas is gonna miss out for the most part. Although Laura is starting to decide that she's gonna take a vicious turn into the coast. I didn't used to really worry about hurricanes that much, but last I live out in the hill country. I live right by Medina Lake in close to Bandera, Texas. And last couple times we had bad storms, like the hill country. It doesn't always hit well. There's hills because it's the hill country. There's ain't no tornadoes, but like. Last two times it stormed, have been tornadoes everywhere. And I'm like, I'm living in a double wide. I'm not trying to have a tornado rip me up and shoot me halfway into the next zip code to be deposited in a tree or something. So it's been a little nerve-wracking with the bad weather. Hopefully it'll not, in the future. But yeah, man. I'm in Texas, dude. Yeah, Medina Lake. I work in San Antonio, and then I live out. Kind of part ways between San Antonio and Bandera. Yeah, so closest city is Bandera, or Barney, but really San Antonio is probably the city that you've heard of that's close to me because I'm pretty rural. But yeah, I work in San Antonio. I live probably an hour from San Antonio proper, but I moved to San Antonio in '89, I think. I was like 5, and we lived there until I met my wife. I moved out here to be with my wife, I guess, about when was that? 2012. So I lived in San Antonio from '98 to 2012. Before that, I'm actually born in Waco. So I'm from Waco. So I lived in San Antonio. Yeah, and moved out of Waco, I guess. I don't know. It was pretty small. I still freaking love Waco though, in a weird way. It's an odd town, but I do love it. And Waco is home to the best cheeseburger I've ever had. Down there on the Circle, which is a death trap of a road. It's like a giant roundabout with no signage or markings of any kind. It's just a circle with a bar on it, and they're just like, y'all have at it, figure it out. They just turn people. It's like driving around the Eiffel Tower or something. But the Health Camp is a restaurant right there. That's got what they call the Health Camp, but it's got shakes and burgers, and it's got this 50-year-old griddle, God knows probably longer, that they cook everything on. And oh my God, it's so good. It's the best hamburger, dude. Anyway, Yeah, man, dude. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna call it a night. Beautiful. And savor the remaining few ounces of my Keylightful that I have to give, and catch you guys on Wednesday. But dude, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming out. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you for checking out my video. Click subscribe if you haven't already. We do hot sauce reviews. We do spicy products. Many other things besides. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up in the next few weeks. I just got to get my workstation situated. So yeah, rest assured, this isn't the long-term presentation vibe that we're going for. I'm just in a transition state, but in no time at all, we're going to be coming to you from a pretty cool setup in an old-timey sportsman trailer. I can't wait to share with you. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I hope that Tuesday, which is the worst day of the week typically, because ain't nothing Tuesday doesn't offer anything. Monday, it's a new week. You get the energy, the surge of hope. You know, life. This is going to be the week. Wednesday, you're like, it's hump day. I'm halfway there. No problem. I'm going to keep grinding out my workman-like performance at my job. Thursday, it's almost Friday. Friday needs no explanation. You're done. So you get this beautiful evening to enjoy yourself. Saturday and Sunday are great because it's the weekend. But what does Tuesday have to offer? I submit to you, nothing. Tuesday's just the packing peanuts right there in the midst of 6 other beautiful days. But that's okay. We're going to make the most of it. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Enjoy your Tuesday, such as it is. And I will catch you after work on Wednesday for another good-ass feed. Thank you so much, Lone Star Crew and Chris Walker. I appreciate you guys coming out. Live streaming is not something I do a lot, but we're going to do a lot more of it. So y'all tune in, and y'all have a great night. I'll see you next time.